Hey, what is up guys? GuitarRock here, welcome back to another Black Clover M video. Today's video we're going to talk about this particular raid boss, new one. Alright, special mode raid. We have one for Plaitchidna. So this is going to be a very interesting boss. First of all, very cool boss. Love the boss's design altogether. Now, first day, it was yesterday, alright? I didn't make a video yesterday because part 1, part 2 and part 3 were relatively easy. But I'm gonna try to show you guys my guide on how to beat part 5. Listen, I can't beat part 6. Part 6 is a little bit too difficult for me. But at least part 5, I hope this is where a lot of you guys are able to at least do this particular one, right? But first things first, before we jump into the strategy and stuff, let's talk a little bit about the exchange center. You can see there's plenty of good stuff right here to be obtained. Obviously, you want to get the universal SSR skill page enhancement. This is going to work on all skill pages. So if you can get that, ideally that's going to be the goal. You can also purchase a stamina daily. I would consider getting that if you need some stamina. I wouldn't buy anything else. The Yule, I don't think you will need this, right? I feel like most people probably won't really have goal issues. As for the dishes, probably not as well. But if you want the skills, all of these upgrade skill materials, these are quite valuable, especially if you're trying to build a bunch of characters. These are going to be the bottleneck for now for a lot of players, right? Since global is like getting new characters constantly. So that's going to be where you want to focus on. But make sure you have enough to buy this. This should be your main priority. Stamina is the daily thing. But you know, remaining ones, you can probably use it to buy these skills. Yeah, plan it according to how many days the boss are at or will be available. 5 days, right? So let's talk about part 5. I'm going to show you guys my so-called free-to-play strat. I mean, I am free to play. You guys know that by now. Let's talk a little bit more about the mechanics of the boss. The boss is very unique because the boss is going to switch up element, as you can see, from power sense technique. It's going to switch from red to blue to green and accordingly, right? There's an order to it, you can see. That's for phase 1. Phase 2 as well. Phase 2 is even more annoying because the boss is actually, right here you can see, has the ability to fortify level 3 buff and then increase speed, which is why I recommend going for someone like, let me show you guys my team. Someone like Nebra Silva. Now, if you guys are not aware already, Nebra Silva has the ability to apply this particular thing. You need the skill page, alright? If you have the skill page, Nebra Silva can apply this thing called buff immunity, where the enemy cannot have buffs on them, which is very good, and that's what we're going to take advantage of. Now let's show you guys a little bit of my team 1 and my team 2, alright, phase 1 and phase 2. So my phase 1, as you can see, we have Charlotte. She's there to debuff the boss. She's going to apply defense reduction. We have Finral to buff everyone, and then my red Asta and my blue Yami is going to be a damage dealer. Now if you don't have red Asta or blue Yami, you can either consider swapping a few other characters. One would be you can consider going with Lich or Raya. I think Raya is better because Raya is a single target. I don't have both of them, by the way. Those are the strong damage dealers to consider. Any single target damage dealers that you have, you can actually consider that, right? I don't really have much build actually. These are the two that I have, so I can't really speak much. Julius you're gonna need for team 2, so you shouldn't use Julius there. But pretty much in terms of damage dealer options, just like attacker in general, right? Lich and Raya is going to make a lot of sense. And if you perhaps have any of the other ones like Luck or Gauche, if you have those built, or even Fugulian or anything along those lines, right? You can consider using those as well. Yeah, any single target attacker can be considered as an option right here, right? But let me show you guys, it's actually not as difficult as you think once you understand the concept. I'm just going to jump into it. Okay. So the strat that I'm currently using has a little bit of flaw. Now what is the flaw? The flaw is we need this crit rate buff on Finral to go on, because Red Asta needs to crit to do a lot of damage. If not, it's not going to succeed as much. So 50% chance to grant an ally increase crit rate for 2 turns. So I hope this works on Asta. Just observe. So increase crit rate, okay. Sometimes it doesn't happen. Sometimes you only get the speed but not the crit rate buff. So if that happens, that's good. So hopefully Asta crit throughout, right? So now we're going to start off with skill 2. Apply reduce defense, okay, that's good. Now Yami will need to apply this shared skill, Incapacitate, alright? So we got increased damage taken by 70%. We're going to apply that and change boss properties twice so that Asta will be able to hit a raid boss as opposed to the blue boss. So now the boss become red. So hopefully you can crit right here. Okay, so you saw that crit. That was the 100,000 damage. Hopefully we crit again. Ooh, 126,000. So yeah, it does rely on S-Star critting. So now Finral, skill 2. Okay, so now we're gonna go with this. The boss is gonna hit us after this. After this one, the next one. So for Blue Yami, you can either use first skill, skill 2, doesn't matter, right? So the boss is gonna hit us, and then we're gonna get DOT. DOT, hopefully S-Star crit right here. I think we didn't crit right there. Skill 1. Blue Yami. We didn't crit as well. Okay, S-Star, you need to crit. Oh man, we didn't crit, we missed the crit. Yeah, this is the failed run. S-Star also need to crit afterwards. Unless... Nah, the DOT is gonna kill me. Alright, hopefully this works. Very reliant on the crit rate buff by Finral. Okay, nice. S-Star got the crit rate buff I saw. So skill 2 Charlotte, and then shared attack by Blue Yami and Charlotte. And then S-Star with... Hopefully we crit right there. Oh, nice crit, nice crit. Skill 2 Finral. Skill 1 Charlotte. Skill 1 S-Star. Skill 1 Blue Yami. Okay, S-Star get a lot of burn right there. That's it. That's how you do it. I'm gonna show you guys the preset skill afterwards. Now for this one, we're gonna take a hit to the face again. Ow. So start off with skill 2 for this one. Boom. You want to apply the buff immunity and reduce defense, right? So two things, 2 stones, 2 birds with 1 stone, whatever it's called. Okay. Reduce defense. So we're gonna apply our special skill, ultimate skill on Lotus. Boom. Reduce speed. Nice. So Julius, you can go with skill 2 first if you want to, or if you have the skill page. If not, just use the special skill. Let me show you, right? Assuming you don't have a skill page, we just use a special skill, the ultimate skill. Hopefully you create, that's a lot of damage right there, right? And then for Mars, we're gonna go with this one, the shared skill, more reduced speed. So for Nebra, you can either go with skill 1, which inflicts that, or actually just go with a shared attack. So you're gonna apply Julius damage as well, right? And then now we're gonna go with this one, skill 2. And then for Julius, skill 2 now. Boom. I don't know if that was a crit or not. Did not feel like crit. I don't know if the boss can get stunned. I don't think he can. So we're just gonna do that regardless. Skill 1. Skill 1. The boss is not moving at all because Mars and Lotus debuff. And then skill 1, bam. Okay, that's how you do it. This is for level 5 boss. I don't have enough damage to do level 6. My gears kinda sucks for level 6, but hopefully you guys get an idea, okay? So, yeah, let me show you guys my gears and everything, my setup, my gears, my preset skill, etc. So you guys get an idea. So I'm gonna go into this. So I'm going to show you guys preset skill for this one first, right? Skill team 1. So for Blue Yami, you only want to use combined attack because my Charlotte is going first. Charlotte going first, and she will apply skill 2 first. Skill 2 will be priority. And then for Finral and Red Asta, I never touch them. They are going to use their ultimate skill first, followed by skill 2, followed by skill 1. I think that's the correct order for those. That one is fine as it is. Now as for phase 2, I actually manual this one. I didn't set anything. But if you are to auto, so obviously my Nebra is the first one to move because Nebra is the fastest character. I've set her in a way that I'm going to show you guys the gears shortly. You want her to use skill 2 first. Skill 2 first, and then you want to use combined attack afterwards, right? Makes sense. For Julius, you want to use actually I've shown you guys that it doesn't matter, right? Special skill or skill 2, like in that demo that I just did, I used the special skill first, and then can be skill 2 afterwards. So yeah, it doesn't matter as much. As for Lotus, Walmart, Lotus, you always apply special skill should be priority, number 1. Number 2 is skill 2, and then afterwards doesn't matter. Combined attack for Mars, that's going to be the important one. And then yeah, that's pretty much the auto team, right? Gears. Alright, let's talk about gears. So Red Eye Star would probably be the most important.
Let's be buddies.
We're gonna look at the gear. My gear is like, I went for a full piece of this. What is this thing called? The ominous gear, right? So this one gives damage dealt 15% and also attack and magic attack. I like 4 pieces of this. I mix it up a little bit. So the idea here is to get your crit rate as high as possible, because I noticed Red Asta crit get a lot of damage. My main source of crit rate is going to come from this particular piece right here. You can see I have 10% crit rate, okay? So therefore I have like total of 30% crit rate. Yeah, if you can crit, you're going to do more damage ideally, right? As for the earrings, accessory, this is what I have. Crit rate here, got crit damage here, and this one I got a bit of crit rate. Probably I should power this up. This one might be worth powering up, right? And then for the gears of the rest of the characters, probably doesn't matter as much. For Finral, just go with speed. You always want supporter to move first, so just go with speed set. I went with 4 pieces of speed set, right? And then his gear, I think irrelevant. Doesn't matter that much. Blue Yami, which makes more sense that you guys will want to know my gears. I also have this one. So you can see nothing amazing, right? Nothing crazy. Just go with whatever you have. Yeah, obviously substats is not something we can control, right? I just go with like a lot of these substats are kind of trash actually, but you know, this is what I have, you know, just go with what you have. Yeah, and try your best, work with what you have. Free to play, can't complain. Debuffer Charlotte, okay. Charlotte's gears probably doesn't matter as much, but I went with 2 pieces of this. Yeah, I don't think her gear matters as well. She actually does decent damage. I noticed Charlotte actually does decent damage as a debuffer. So for me, I would love for her to do more damage. That's why I went with this one, 4 pieces of this, right? But obviously, eventually, if I can upgrade, I'll upgrade that. But this is what I have on her stuff, on everything else. As for phase 2, yeah, Mars, Lotus, doesn't matter. Their gears doesn't matter. Nebra, the one that matters the most is Nebra, right?
Aid from royalty
Because you want her to move as fast as you can. So I went with 4 pieces of this one. So 4 pieces of this one is going to give you 5% increased speed, 2 turns at the start of the wave, and then speed plus 5, right? 4 pieces of that, and then 2 pieces of this, which probably doesn't matter. But yeah, just ideally you want to go 4 pieces of the tier 2 or upgraded Secret of the Deep Sea set, because that's going to make a lot of sense. The Traveler's Essentials probably can be replaced with something else. As long as you got 4 pieces of that, as long as she's moving first, that's the whole objective. Julius, you know, go with your strongest gear, right? I don't think I have anything crazy on him. This is what I have. So I go 2 piece, 2 piece, 2 piece of this. 10% increased crit rate buff when HP is at 70% or higher. Actually, I should give this to Asta. That will make it way easier for me to... No, you get smacked first at the beginning of the stage, right? The boss is going to hit you once first. I'm not sure if this matters as much, because you're going to lose the... I'm not sure if you'll still be at 70% HP. I could be wrong about that, but yeah, this is what I have on my Julius. Just observe my stats and then try to see if you can, you know, improve alongside. But yeah, I'm still farming gears, something that I do every single day. None of my gears are that crazy yet. This is going to be for difficulty 5. I hope I can figure out how to beat difficulty 6. That's going to be something that I would love to figure out. Yeah, let me know what you guys think overall of this particular raid boss. I think it's a very, very fun concept altogether. But the idea here is, you know, we got a new shop to buy stuff. Alright, I'm going to go farm a little bit. That's gonna be it for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys think of the strategy. If you guys have any suggestions, improvements, you know, modifications, let me know in the comment section below. As always, I'll see you guys again very, very soon. Take care, have a nice day, and goodbye.